Well, when the presidential campaign was running, everybody said they're going to stop inflation. And there's all this talk about egg prices being so high. And they are. I guess they're double. I mean, I see in our supermarkets, you're only allowed one pack of eggs. So that's a problem. And it really is, I don't know if the presidents can fix this overnight, certainly, but I think instead of getting inflation down, to me, it should be wages should get up. Because here's some data put together to try to understand this a little bit. But the growth of wages, okay, 90% of us. So you look at this chart here. Now, it shows from about 1979 to current. Wages for 90% of the working people only went up 33%. Wages went up 30% in like 50 years, okay? So now if you look at consumer prices, so that's the price of eggs and everything else you're buying. Okay, in the same amount of time, it went up 383%. 383% when wages went up 30%. Wow. So I don't know how many thousands of times that is. So that's what's wrong. Prices are going up, but wages aren't. So you got to substitute something there. And one thing is to use what I call I think it's called a community economy. This is we help each other as a country, as neighbors and things like that. So we have programs in the community, and that's from government and nonprofit organization. But what people don't realize, that's now 40% of our whole economy is the community economy. Okay, so 60% is Google, and that's capitalism. 40% is the community economy, but it's not in Google. So here's how to start finding for that. What I would do is go to findhelp.org. That's a good place to start. So if you put in here, I put in for financial assistance, emergency financial assistance. You can pay for food or something like that. Boy, that's emergency financial assistance. Okay, now in my zip code, okay, just in my zip code, I'm in 2009. Emergency financial assistance is 597 organizations. 597 nonprofit or government organizations that help people in financial emergencies. Have you ever think of that? I mean, it surprises me. And I've been doing this for 50 years. Yeah, see, that's it. People don't realize that. And you have to use this differently. Then you have to start calling them and ask them how the work happens. It's not like Google, where you go into Google and you're looking for something and people just can't wait to take your money. No, here they give you money. So it's a lot different. So in Google, they want to find you. Here, you have to find them. And the best way to know if this program is good for you or not is to call them and talk on the phone. That's how you get it. Because if it's not good for you, they could tell you where other programs are. They know better than anybody else you'll ever find that would know, because they're helping people like you every day. That's who you want to call. And look, I tried another topic in here, and I put in food. Okay, so you can't pay for eggs, food. You need help with food. 293 organizations. So even if it takes you a dozen calls or whatever, you call up, hey, can you help me? It's like getting a job or anything else. But we're not trained to do that. We think that when we need something, we just have to fill out an application. No, that's true if you're paying for it, but you're not paying for this. Well, you actually did with your taxes and the like. But this is there for you to do the work and find out what it is, because it's really a little complicated by just looking at the internet. You don't know what these words mean. I don't. I've been studying for 50 years. So call them. Start calling. Now, let me show you the other kinds of things that are popping up to do that. Now, here's a website, good website called Single Mother Guide. Now, I don't care if you're a mother or not. But this is a great program because it shows you for every state what's available for basic programs. TANF, that's a cash assistance, food stamps, utility assistance, weekly benefit, health care, and things like that. So you could apply to every one of them in every state just at this one website. See, you can't find them all on Google. It'll take you forever. Okay, so that's what I look for. People who aggregate this stuff and make it easy for you to start getting the money that you don't have to pay for and the services. Here are other kind of people that do this. Here's one if you have a business, okay? You have local nonprofit organizations. This one is called an accelerator. That's the name of some of these. Every state, every city, whatever. This accelerator will not only help you start a business or grow your business, they'll help you find money and everything. Okay, how do you find something like that? In your state, you put sba.gov/local-assistance, okay? sba.gov/local-assistance. Put in your zip code and start calling them all if you want in your zip code. That's the way to do this stuff. And I'll have all these links in the bottom of the thing. Here, Texas is going to give you $10,000 to send your kid to a private school. They're voting on that now. That's interesting. See, all the programs that are local, you're thinking one or two programs, you're going to Google. No, Google is something that wants to get money from you. So you're not going to find these kind of programs in Google. You have to know how to find them. And that's why you start with that findhelp.org and start talking to people. Okay, here, churches. Churches do the same thing too. Here's 10 churches, and these are national churches, so they're everywhere, that help people pay for rent. 10 churches. National churches. Okay, here's grant relief. This is a great program. This is out in Washington State. What they're going to do is if your rent goes up, and it's income determined, I forget what it is, what they do is give you $400 a month extra to pay for rent, okay? That's just, so your rent's going up, okay, you can get $400 a month extra from the state to pay your rent. Now, every state is different, so you have to check with your state. Okay, here, a low-income Alabama utility assistance. I don't know if it's from Musk or somebody. Donald Trump stopped these payments. They got them back. So that's why anything you see about all the shenanigans going on in Washington, it's just an eruption. Some will land maybe and make it, and most probably won't. So that's why if somebody says, oh, Trump stops us, you call him back in a few weeks and you'll see. Or call your elected official. They'll know for sure. Okay, so this is how Alabama just got their money back after Trump said no. This is an interesting thing. What they're going to do now in the state, and I think Trump wants to do this, making America healthy again. Maha, making America healthy again. What they're going to do in Utah, they're talking about this in the legislature, is block using food stamps or SNAP to spend on candy or soda. You can't spend on soda. And you know why? We are the fattest country in the world. I mean, isn't that amazing? We're so rich. And here, obesity levels in America, we're number one. We're number one. Number one of fatzos. And if you go a little broader than that, overweight and obese, we're also number one in the country or the world of overweight and obese. And we're at, what is that? It's at 66%. So that means no wonder you see a lot of diet books and all this stuff on TV and talking about this. Man, 66% of us are overweight or obese. An incredible number to me. So you have to do the work to find out about this stuff. Again, we talked about start with going to findhelp.org. Put in the subject you're interested in. If you want us, we do this at Let's Go Help. And actually for the next 3 days, now I'm doing this video on the 23rd, and 3rd of February. Oh, but the next 2 days until the 25th of February, you could join us for $1 for 5 days. Normally it's $20 a month, but you could try us for $1 for 5 days, and you get unlimited free help to apply to every grant that's out there. All those I talked about, we'll help you do that. We'll help you with everything it is. We give free help, one-on-one help. And we have special sections, like if you want to buy a house, another section if you want to get rid of your debt, and another special topic for starting a business. And all that is special researchers, special help, special seminars, so you can learn and get all your questions answered live. Live. $20. That's right. Yeah, it's just live. We got 12,000 members that are helping members now. So we help each other get this stuff. That's what it is. It's a community of people helping people get these programs that are eligible, because 90% of the people in this country now are financially strapped because their wages went nowhere and prices went through the roof. And that's the inflation index. So we're not, wages are not. Now the rich people, their wages did, but the rest of us, 90%, did not. And so that's why we're behind. And so just giving you a one-time, tax break or something, that's not going to do it. You need a higher wage, because everybody else is getting, the rich people all got kept up with inflation very easily, but 90% is way down at the bottom. Inflation is going up 300%, and wages for 90% of the people only went 30 versus 300. That's a big spread. But we're at Let's Go. Actually, the dollar offer is letsgodollar.com. letsgodollar.com. Or if you missed that time thing, because it's a deadline on that, is the 25th. If you missed that, then it's letsgohelp.com. letsgohelp.com. Hope to see you. Want to help you, please.